today I was trying to get to the crib as quick as possible, but I have to sit down and eat. So you guys please forgive me today, but you're gonna eat while I'm doing this space, but soon we're still gonna be running the space. So I'm gonna just hang out, wait for a couple more people to join and stuff. And what's good, Rancel? Talk to me. What's up, bro?
Hey, brother, how are you? How are you? We are the signal, baby. We are the signal.
You know it 100%, man, and we're becoming that. We're becoming that truly, Things have been shaping up how we needed to shape up. Community is building solid, and it seems like everybody is on the train. Also, I've been around, as you guys know, and I don't know, maybe Ransom, but I like to trench and kind of, hang around other communities and see what the sentiment feels. And we have been trending within those communities. A lot of them have been saying that the community is seeming to be very tight knit, and that everything seems to be aligning right in the right place for the DigiDollar launch. And a lot of people are starting to come to with self custody, and it's not just us within our own silo here, but it is a testament that we are breaking, the silo, and that we have people with a mentality that wasn't that great before are starting to consider doing the right decisions and coming to the fundamentals of crypto.
100%, 100%. Thank you for everything you do, man, for the community. You are going beyond. I mean, you're doing so much for the community. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're becoming a backbone of the DigiByte community. It means a lot for the community. We are all volunteer, but you're doing so much. Thank you for bringing the whole community together.
Hey man, I'd like to thank the community in general, bro. I mean, again, like I was telling you, and I've been mentioning to other people that I talk in the community, is I am nothing without you guys, right? I'm a newcomer to the space, and the only way we can progress and basically figure out where I can input myself, or whatever my expertise can help at the best, right? Is where I've been trying to position myself. And I really think just the community, people like yourself, Rancel, and the OGs in the community, Jose, YC, Green, Johnny, all these people that are in the community, while everybody's busy, they still are pretty much readily accessible. And it's really crazy, right? It's a network around it's a global network that you're able, like kind of chime in and kind of figure out where you can input your place and help grow, right? Because if we can't grow, at the end of the day, we're fully volunteer, bro. And I think you guys really, it's not, everything that I've been able to complete and accomplish is because of the community. It's, if it weren't for the community, I wouldn't learn where I can input myself. So, thank you guys. And, the way that we're going right now, as you can see, everything has been lining ourselves up with good signal, our signal to noise ratio is at the target that we need it to be. And, the community is looking forward to the, self custody, which is a big thing, dude. It's a big thing that we are, the holders are becoming educators. It gives a different reality to what it means to, be a community out there, because all these other communities, right? Like they fall apart, pretty easily. And it's usually because of, there's just not the right, I guess the best way I can put it, it's not the right, I wouldn't say morale, right? Because that's like a hard judgment, but it's, some people just have motives that are greedy, I guess, and this aspect where we're at 12 years, it's like, I don't feel that we really got the chance to be greedy. We looked at the top, and then it was like we got suppression heavy all the way. So for anybody that was starting to feel like they wanted to get greedy, I don't think we got there. Who's to say won't happen in the future, but, it is a beautiful thing, the way that DigiByte, for such a long chain, right? Such an old chain, the way that we're really piecing our community together and realistically making an impact on other ethos out there, bro. Like that's really what it's coming down to. People are questioning, and that's what we needed, the heavy questioning and, making sure that transparency became a thing within the community.
100%, 100%. I see Johnny there. I mean, I want to say Johnny is a legend. I mean, this guy is a legend. He's working on the mobile app, on the mobile app that you can mine, playing games. Like you play games and you get like rewards and digital. But you can run, not mine, but you can run your own node. You can run your own node in the phone. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, what Johnny's doing, especially with DJ Scope and everything going on, is he's a legend. All of this is going for the books. We're gonna be in the books. College by 2030, between 2030 and 2035, we are gonna the DigiByte community is gonna be spoken in every college across America.
Yeah, this will definitely be. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Everything where I live decides to never seat indoors. They always seat outdoors, and it becomes loud. But you guys, yeah, I mean, Johnny's another testament, right? Like the OGs, they go again. We're fully volunteer, taking that into consideration with everything that's been going around and being built, right? Like, this is something that one day hopefully will become a movie from all the efforts that have been put into place. I mean, it's all fully volunteer. No one makes a single dime out of this. It's just our collective belief and our love for DigiByte and the wants to grow and develop into something bigger than I guess just, well, for me, I would love to establish a parallel economy, but I also think this is just a more of a fair monetary value, as far as a change. If anybody would like to chime in on that, that'd be great too. But yeah, another thing that I guess today to address this topic, as you guys know, it seems like, in my opinion, it seems like, the DD Creators Bounty, Jesus, come on, guy. The DD Creators, the DD Creators, bounty has been going great. And, as you can see, we got some real detailed videos in there, 3 tough competitors building real following and, really getting reposted and shared within the community. I guess what I would ask of the community, how you guys feel about our approach for Instagram, or maybe another preferred algorithmic, I guess, social media, if to say, right? Like, maybe our focus should be on Reddit, and if Reddit is the focus, like, right? So we're attacking the Medium articles. As we all know, I don't know how aware you guys are, but Reddit, tends to be super toxic. So we can go in there, like, educational and sticking to our facts. No need to, burn anybody or anything like that, but just get the information out there as neatly as possible and as factual and transparent as we could be. Like, I don't know, just a couple ideas of what we are considering to maybe have the next bounty be as far as the social aspect of our signal, right? Like the way that the message is distributed.
DigiByte development to the moon, baby. The development is literally skyrocketing to the moon. I haven't seen in so many years I have with the DigiByte community. I haven't seen so much development going on together, left and right. So much going on. This is awesome. This is legendary.
Yeah, right. So that's one of the main things that has made us stand out. That while everybody's main focus are the charts within any ethos, ours is that we've maintained busy, and those optics are out there that we are busy, and it's not really optics. It's just the truth. Like, we got community members willingly posting articles, engaging with different community members, connecting and figuring how to build, educating DigiByte core wallet users, and making sure that becomes an easier task for anybody that feels a little intimidated about it, right? Like, all these things are crucial to our development, and the way that it's trending for us and the way that how busy we are. It's just a beautiful thing that, we're set up for the next part of our launch, right? We're in RC44. I don't know if Green maybe wants to chime in on it. I've been a little, I just touched back at home and shit, and today's been super hectic, so I've been a little behind on what's going on. I haven't gotten a chance to be on Gitter. I've also been, as you guys know, the DigiDollar awareness page has been trying to work as best as they can within the website. So there's like a lot of things that I've tied myself with, and I'm excited to get working on it. So forgive me, you guys, for being a little unprepared today. But yeah, if anybody feels free to chime in or and just give me a little update.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, Green? Talk to me.
Yeah, no, like so we got to we DigiDollar and testnet RC44 last night activated. Probably I'm guessing it was like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. But in general, we woke up, DigiDollar's active. I started my Oracle. We're still waiting for more of the full 35 to join. Let me go to the IO page to see exactly how many are showing on there that are on right now. So it's 707 signing, 13 of 5. Online heartbeats, 21. Compatible software, 21. So 21 are on right now, is what it seems. My guess is we're waiting to see what 35 does. Probably try out a couple of epochs to make sure, key rotate or Oracle rotation is good. There is one Oracle. What do you say? He overwrote one of his keys, so he has to fix something. But we're just waiting for the rest of the 35 to come on. There hasn't been much like talk other than just everybody upgrading. So other than that, yeah, wait for 35. My best guess is run a couple epochs and literally just make sure all that works. Everything else seems to be good. No UI bugs, all the same things that were fixed before seem to be good. So yeah, that's pretty much
Now,
where it's
how are
at.
the oracles looking on updating? Has that been something that's been moving through smoothly, or are there some people that are like maybe a little delayed or something like that? Like, are we,
I
just if
mean,
you again,
it's grassroots, and think about it. We've got people probably in other time zones. So, some people are going to be waking up in about a couple of hours, probably right now. Some people are going to be waking up, whenever. But yeah, no, everybody's just been slowly coming on. Well, not really slowly. We got 21 on right now. That's what it says. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. Or it says 22. Oh, wait, yeah, 0. 21. Yeah. So, yeah, no, like, we're just waiting for the rest of the people to come on. And my best guess is, that's what's going to happen after that. Check epochs, make sure they're running smooth. And yeah, that's just my best guess. But yeah, it's up to you guys, though, other than that. Is this thing on? No,
you're
I,
good.
I know
Sorry,
it's
man.
on. No, I know it's on.
Dude, sorry, dude. I'm in the middle of the stream fucking ordering some ramen, man, and I swear it was quiet in the block that I chose. It's generally quiet, but everybody decided to go buy it today. But I think one of the questions I shot out there too was like, dude, look, so DD creators seem to be doing good, right? Like the article in Medium is picking up, and I don't know what Facebook's looking like. That'll probably be something later next week that I'll try to work on. I'm trying to pace myself with everything as best as possible. Also, I think I've reached a point where I no longer have to have conversations within the outside realms, I've gotten to a point where now, I can just focus on the projects and the things at hand that I wanted to, work on with DigiByte. So that can now bring me back time to, focusing on the space and continuing, our efforts in messaging and education and shit like that, and get back to that aspect of it. But yeah, I mean, it's long winded, but basically, what do you think our approach should be? Is maybe attacking Reddit or attacking Insta, as far as, how to keep it as professional as possible and limit the way that things get, I guess the narrative gets viewed, right? Because I feel like within those two social media platforms, things can get muddy fairly quickly. And again, you guys forgive me for today. It's been super effective, but I'm not gonna not show up to the space. I'm always gonna be on the spaces, at least for Tuesdays and Sundays. And for this too, I'll probably do a space I'm gonna try either Thursday or Friday. I'll let you guys know. But right now, bear with me.
Yeah, I'm not usually much on the internet. I mean, I am obviously, but like I would say probably if you're going for professionalism, I would say go for Reddit. Instagram seems to be more of like, if you're trying to introduce the hype crowd, as you'd say, I guess. I don't know. My micro sense.
So I wouldn't think that we would attack the hype crowd on Instagram. It's more so like the infographic pictures, right? That we kind of get trending, more so in that way, which would be educational. I don't think it would be more so like, hey, come join DGB. It's more so like, here's our utility, and this is the new things at work. Like Johnny's wallet, maybe getting it out there in an instant if anybody can. The development of what testnet looks like on DigiByte.io. Maybe get some, and forgive me if I haven't seen them because I haven't been on there. That's why I'm asking. And if they are there, someone can, correct me. But yeah, I was thinking within that realm.
I think you want to stick to videos though, right? Like, like short little 1.5 minute videos of like, I don't know, maybe even like public interviews or some shit. You know how people talk about Bitcoin now. What's Bitcoin? Have you heard of Bitcoin? Would you prefer gold or Bitcoin? Like, do you want this Starbucks mug or do you want Bitcoin? Like those type of things. Once we start seeing those type of things, I feel like it'd probably attract more people because that's gonna be like, all right, well, actually, what is it? I feel like we got to get past the graphics and not just like the informational side, but implement the informational stuff kind of in like a funny, trending way. I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, we do have the videos available already. I think they're getting a little bit better, right? And we'd love for more community members to probably give us maybe more videos, different approach, however, whatever that approach is. And then maybe the videos that we have now, if anybody's willing to clip them and put those 30-second clips on Instagram. I mean, somebody did a DTC video, that YC was talking about in our previous spaces, and it was based off of his article. Maybe clipping a couple of whatever we can from there and re-uploading and right, we're open source. So, like my page, I would assume that everybody else's would be pretty much up for grabs. Like, hey man, here, just grab this information. I don't really care for the credit. Just use it in the best of your ability to deliver the message as digestible as it needs to be.
I feel you. I'm just gonna say it. So you're like, yeah, he's not talking a lot. X kind of got me in timeout right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, the beauty of this page, dude, is the community page, dude. So you're good right here, bro. I think last time it definitely flickered, dude, when we started talking wild. So yeah, we have to move accordingly, unfortunately. But hey, what do you guys? I know this is like kind of off topic, but did you guys read that Signal thing of like literally the Signal app?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I kind of skimmed through it, but basically it was like UK can access everything, or they have access to everything Signal now, or something like that. But if you got, again, I just breezed by it, but that's why I'm asking if anybody was able to see that.
Well, like regulation or something.
Yeah, they're trying to access people's apps. I got to look it up, you guys.
Yeah, no, there was a full committee meeting today on like pretty much clarity. I don't know if everybody caught it or not, but yeah, they were in there dropping some serious gems. They were kind of giving some of the what's in the fine lines. So it's going to be interesting to see like, all right, since everybody's kind of got a gist now, if you tuned in, I guess, or if you've read, um, it's going to be pretty interesting to see the reaction. Yeah, I'm not going to say much on it. Yeah.
It's all right, dude. Just approach it methodically. Like, I think we can say things. We just have to be, you know, like,
Just know there was a lot of tax talk and even, yeah, I'm not going to get into like the nitty gritty of it and all like the fine details, but there was a lot of tax talk in there and a lot of back taxes and doesn't outweigh, but there was also a lot of good in my eyes for decentralization in there, from a few points that a few of them made. I don't know. Yeah, damn. You guys didn't see it? I think it was started at like 2 or 3, I think.
no, I definitely missed that.
What's going on,
I didn't
guys?
see any of that. What's up, YC?
What's going on?
How you guys been?
Ah, chilling, chilling. Just joining, just got into a little conversation of this.
Yeah, we're getting definitely more oracles. I just heard from Dennis. He upgraded. It's nice.
Yeah, Dennis, yeah. I just seen that a little while ago
Are
too.
you noticing, Green, that some of the people that did upgrade their on the website, it shows like their oracle's not up? Have you seen that? Like it goes out. I don't know if it's a
It's
refresh
done
issue on the
that
website or
before,
what.
but it's a little too early because everybody's still upgrading for me to be like, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But yeah, like I've seen that type of behavior. Like it'll say one's gone, then once it reloads the page, then it'll be good. But
Yeah, so
yeah,
like we actually got a lot of people that have already upgraded. That's crazy. Wow.
yeah, I think 21 so far.
Really? Dang, that's good.
Yeah,
That's amazing. I started mine and then I paused for a second because it looked like some people were potentially having some issues. So I was kind of just reading up on everything to make sure I didn't do a faux pas and do something that somebody else did that caused an issue. I guess you got to use the converter and some other things. So I'm just making sure I follow
yeah,
everything
exactly,
right.
dude. I would recommend if any of the other oracles are listening in, use the converter if you're kind of just playing around or using AI or using if you don't know exactly what you're doing. Because I've even tried the manual way to do it, and
It's
I can't
tough.
do it. It's tough, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking tough. Yeah.
I used the converter too, and fortunately for me it worked, so I'm good. And then I know some folks had some issues with the converter because they didn't convert from testnet 24 to 25. So I guess
Yep.
it worked from 24 to 26, so it's fine. But I think one guy, the 34 or 35th oracle, he said he had to recreate his keys or didn't back it up. So hopefully it's not a mess with that. But
Yeah, he
yeah, for the
said
most part, if you can use the converter, that's the easiest solution in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, it says we have 21. Yeah, you're right. 21. And the other thing I was going to ask you, is it random that some oracles are signing and some are not? Like yours was signing, but a bunch of others were not.
It's
What is the,
every 15 minutes per epoch. So 7 price. Well, let me go back to it.
it's random though, right?
Yeah, it's random. So every
Okay.
15 minutes, the protocol randomly selects 15 oracles
Got
to
it.
provide price data for the next 15 minutes.
Got it. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
So we just got
exactly
to work
15
on getting
minutes,
those
but yeah.
guys. We got to work on getting as many people as we can. And then obviously trying to test this out to see if there's any other issues, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and as you said, that the live price feeds was at like see, it was at 12 and it dropped down to 8 and it just went back up to 12.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe it's just polling too quick. Or no.
Maybe.
If not, it
I
should
don't
still
know.
be on though. I don't know. I don't know. Something's up there. But yeah. See, yeah, now it's just 17. That's crazy. All good though, because I mean we can see it on chain. Actually, I'm gonna go in there and just type it in and see what's so me, Shinger, Brian, Depunzi, Imba, Jabone, Hashmax, and Libertard Lark are the oracles that are pulling price right now. So 1, 4, 10, 12, 19, 26, 33.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
What's
So
up,
what's
dude?
up?
Not
What's up,
much,
CJ?
man.
What's up, CJ?
Not much, man. Just at work doing a do. I just wanted to ask real quick. Just went to the bathroom to ask this question, but I just wanted to ask real quick if with the articles, right? I was just gonna give an article on Medium for just how I found Digibyte and does it have to be extensive, or is there any criteria to it, or it could
So
just be.
I think the idea with the article is to make it as natural as possible. So whatever you feel is what you need to express about DigiByte is the best way to approach it. I don't feel that we
Perfect.
should do an article that, right, like it's all like just boring and stuff. Just say your feelings, bro. The best thing is to, try to engage everybody on a human level. I think organic, as we've been doing since the beginning, is the best approach in my opinion. I mean, and again, feel free to do it however you want to do it, but I think you feel is the best way for you to, this way.
That's a bet. That's exactly what I was going. That's the approach I was going with. Just telling my story of how I found Digibyte, how I got hungry for Digibytes. That's it. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing.
And that's the thing, dude. You and who knows who else comes aboard and starts, their ideal through Medium. As we know with Green, Green has a tough time on X. Green likes to vocalize himself heavily. So, X is not a fan of him. It's another way to, get us out of this silo and I do understand that a lot of our history has been, a little frustrating with the way that, other, I guess, institutions, and you guys know that this game, dude. And
Absolutely,
the best
absolutely,
approach
absolutely.
is having everybody, on the same page, but educated and being able to reach globally as organic as possible, bro. We don't need to appeal to anybody but Digibyte and stay true to what we are.
Love it. That's exactly what I'm doing. Thanks, man.
Did anybody hear my order or no?
The
Yeah,
order?
we heard you eating.
Again, you guys must forgive me, dude. Today's been super hectic, but I'm never gonna let DGB down, dude. I'm always gonna make it no matter what. I could be in the craziest incident, God forbid, obviously, right? But like, if I flip my car or some shit, dude, I'm gonna run my space, bro. You guys better
He's running
believe
the
I'm gonna run the
spaces.
space.
He's running the spaces, and he is a little bit down because of last night's game. So let's give him a little bit of grace.
So am I.
Oh, come
So
on,
am
man. You
I.
really gotta do
So am
that?
I.
You said you're up for anything, bro. Like you're gonna do the spaces no matter what happens.
That game was rigged. So the world knows. This game is rigged. They're probably gonna block me from X from saying that, but I'm saying what it
I'm
is.
just messing.
Like all of them. Football, basketball, baseball. It's done. There's no more.
Listen, it only makes sense that I would align myself with things that are always, getting knocked down on, My poor Knicks have been going through it for 27 years, dude. You guys don't understand this feeling.
I definitely do. Knicks, Jets, Mets.
Oh my God, dude. No, I'm not a Jets fan. That's just, you are on a serious depression spiral there. My bad, bro. I'm a Giants fan. Well, I feel for you, bro.
Yeah, my whole family are Giants fans on my mom's side, but I was born a Jets fan on my father's side, and it's been too crazy.
Yo, dude, it would be awesome. Like, all jokes aside, it would be awesome to, figure our way into maybe getting a sponsor by a team. Obviously, this will be probably later in the future run. I don't know how it'd be done, right? Like, but imagine if a team that's, oh, well, enlighten me. I didn't know that.
I was part of we were trying to get sponsored by the Bulls. They just wanted so much money up front. Yeah, I mean, there was discussions that we were trying to get into their kind of their payment stuff, and we had all these ideas, and we tried to go through different channels, and of course, it was like a huge amount of money up front, and it never happened because we couldn't even come up with a mechanism for that. And then they have so much like bureaucracy and red tape you have to go through because they have board of advisors, all that kind of stuff. But I think they ended up doing some stuff with like another company, and it ended up not working out anyway because I think that's when like market conditions changed. But yeah, crazy enough, there was a time way back in the day where we were trying to go the sports team kind of route to see, to get exposure.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, right? Like, that's awesome. Would it then make more sense to maybe do a smaller, like maybe a triple A, team or something like that?
Bro, I don't know. I mean, you could investigate anything now. This is like a long time ago, so I don't know what the climate is now for that, and what their appetite is. So I have no idea. I mean, I would just be making up stuff at this point. I mean, I guess that's something the community could venture if they think there's some value in it. I wouldn't have any idea.
I just wanted to say, Green, man, you were on point, brother. That whole Binance thing, literally, that was great, brother. You called that shot, and that shot went in. I mean, it may have,
Hey, yo.
yeah, I knew, it may have went off the backboard a bit, but
God, that was crazy. Yo, Green, you heard that? The shot went in, Paul. I think Green is heavily considering not responding to that.
All right, I'll say pause. All right, pause.
Hey, since it's a little bit full now, what are you guys' thoughts on the DD Creators Bounty? Do you guys like it? Do you like where it's going? Do you think I should change my efforts into something else? Right? Like, the whole idea for me too is I have to learn from the community. If it's something that the community feels like it's working, and I mean, I feel like it's working, but again, I'm open for critiques on how we can change it, how we can maybe make it better. I did get some people wanted to do first, second, and last, but I don't see I don't see the purpose in that. It'd just be a little bit more to track, and I quite honestly don't want to do fucking 3 separate flyers for trophies. I'd much rather just do one. I want to make sure that I use my time wisely. But again, any ideas that you guys would like to chime in on it, and yeah, dude.
The bounty is excellent. Great idea. I feel like it's moving.
Yeah, there's some dry air in here, man.
No, I like the idea. I thought about contributing some multimedia myself, but it's been a little bit tough finding the time amongst life, getting the Oracle stuff set up and other things. Just a lot going on, a lot to keep up and maintain sometimes.
Have you upgraded your Oracle yet? I was looking on chain. I didn't see you like
I
it said
I
you had
did
it.
not. Like I said, I just
Okay.
got home and went to go do it, and then I saw some people having some issues, so I'm just recapping that, and then I'll start the. I plan on doing it tonight, tomorrow morning, latest.
Gotcha.
Trying to do it while I'm here, but then I get a little distracted here, and I don't want to skip a step or miss something. I'm sure it's all straightforward, but
Yeah.
I feel like the
Hey, you guys. Oh, you're good, dude.
no, I was gonna say I feel like the bounties are excellent just because it shows the organic, the grassroots organic flow that we got going, and I feel like, it's just aligned with everything that we're doing. And they may seem like, for lack of a better term, not that digital or low budget, but I think that that's the best part of it, right? I mean, the video I made was pretty low budget or whatever, but yeah, I feel like just having everything organic like we're doing, it's definitely it. I feel like it brings people in. Like for me, it's just everything that DIGIBYTE is aligned with, and I love seeing it. I love seeing new videos. I love seeing new people that I've never seen make videos. Comment on them. I'm liking and following every YouTuber that makes a video. So yeah, I feel like it's totally aligned with what we're doing. Let's keep it going.
Sweet, dude. Another thing I wanted to mention out to the community, I feel that the page is reputable enough, sort of say, where I think it's okay for the community to go out there and do an outreach of, asking people to come join the DigiDollar awareness space. Excuse me. Again, I'm never going to go out there and ask for followers, or it's not something that I want or really care for. But this page is primarily for the community, and that's why anybody that comes here is free to speak and chime in their ideals. And I'm always going to allow people to speak their mind, unless they're a troll. Obviously, I have to fucking kick them. But for the most part, right? Like, I think we're in a good position, and maybe YC can correct me and tell me, no, bro, maybe it's not a good look, maybe it doesn't make sense, or whatnot, right? And but I think it's good for us to go out there and reach to whoever you feel that you would like to see on the space, and have them organically come here. And even if they take a listen, right? Like, that's all it takes, dude. It's just a listen, and then one person's, mind change is what, builds the motivation, right? Like, as soon as somebody starts to believe in something, and the belief usually comes from an understanding, and we've been doing really well. So again, I think maybe, going out there and saying, hey, why don't you join our spaces and chime in with your thoughts, right? Like, I think that could be a good approach on the way that, we expand the conversations within these spaces also, right? Like, cause listen, you guys, like, I have a lot, like, my knowledge, but it becomes limited to the topics that I could speak of because of that, right? Like, I am only aware of what I can be aware of based on what I've learned from the minute that I started the spaces in November to the moment that I am now. So I'd love for the spaces to always stay as educational as possible, and for us to, I guess, try not to keep too much dead air, right? So, but yeah.
Digidollar coming soon, y'all.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
I feel
Hey, what's up, Jose? Welcome.
Go ahead. I think that was CMO talking.
I was just gonna talk some smack. That's all. Just don't want to keep the dead air. Just what I mean. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, so I did have some feedback for you. I think you were talking about like the content creators format, and I'm gonna share at the top like a recent development here on X. And I think that I don't know, maybe like I kind of pay attention to what's going on with X and personalities that run X. I don't know if you guys are kind of familiar with that Nikita Buyer. He's like the head of not marketing but like production for X.
I can't say I'm aware of him, but I'm definitely interested. However, we can talk about that without, having the space glitch out. I'm all for it. And thank you, Jose, for spending your time today and, coming out here. Dude, this means a lot for the whole community in general. Having familiar faces here, whether active or not, right? Like this is what we need to build the, that the community is still here. While we all know it is, it just feels good. But thank you
Yeah.
again, dude.
No, not a problem, man. I thank you for hosting, man. I think this is a place where we, all everyone that's here right now, we have something in common. We I guess, we advocate, we support, we do all these different things, to get the word out and awareness about DigiByte, DigiDollar, either DigiID or DigiAssets. So, I think we're all here kind of like, kind of attracted to like the space because of what we're talking about. But what I wanted to share is, I already pinned it at the top, up in the Eagle's Nest or whatever people that jumbotron, whatever people want to call it. So this guy right here and if you look him up, like you could do a real quick, click on his name and then click the grok button, and it'll tell you who he is. And he's like when you add new features to X, I think this guy has something to do with it. A lot. He has a lot to do with like the algorithm. And there's a lot of people that complain about him, don't like him. So he's kind of one of those positions where he's like a leadership position in within X. And anyways, this thing that he's talking about right here is this new feature. So I don't know if this is something. If after the space, just take a look at that. And I think that from what I'm seeing from other people, that there's been plenty of like feedback on this one thing from other like content creators, and this is supposed to like extend your reach. Like if you share somebody's video, React video, I think that gives that person twice the reach, and you some reach. It's somewhere dynamic. But when you're talking about like changing up the format or adding to it, I just wanted to say that this is an option. You can look at it, and if people like it, they can do that. If not, it's all right. But just wanted to throw it out there.
So what you commented is what shows what the option is. I'm on my phone, so I'm not as savvy on X as you guys might think. I guess if you don't mind breaking it down exactly what it is, that let me read it real quick. But yeah,
Yeah. I'll just from what I know, and I don't think this is a premium feature. I think anybody can do it. I haven't done it myself, but if you're gonna go to respond, I think you can actually. It'll give you the option to react with video, and so instead of like typing up like or how when you read through people's comments, you'll see like an emoji, a thumbs up or something, or just like nice, just like a short phrase. Um, I think with these videos, they're trying to get more interaction and more like authentic, genuine, not kind of like bot type, like where you see the same fucking, response, but like 10 different bots saying the same thing. So I think this is they want to use this, tool to actually get people to engage people's content. So, but let me open this up real quick and try to respond to it. All
Excuse me
right.
for asking, are you like in an ice cream shop or next to like a wind
Hey,
chime of some sort?
yeah. I'm next to a wind chime.
Okay.
But you know what? Let me ask you something, man. Are you using a voice filter? You sound like somebody that I know, like somebody that's in the space right now.
I am in the
Is that
space
is that
right
with
now.
me?
No, somebody else.
Is that? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, it's me.
it's a wind chime. I'm sitting out back. My kids were fighting inside, so instead of hearing that, you get to, I guess, bear with me for a minute here before I mute. But yeah, it's a wind chime.
No, you're all good. I was just like, is anyone else hearing that? Like, I was like, is that like a ringtone going? Like, one of those like. I can't. I have ADD, so I pick up on like once I notice it, I fixate on it. So I was like struggling to go through the work. It's my own problem. You're completely fine. It was my own issue. Um, But yeah, I'll take the time to segue a little bit, encourage anybody who's joining, just watching, listening. Feel free to jump in and ask questions. I had a lot of questions at the beginning. Everybody's been extremely helpful. There's no like, that's a dumb question sort of. And if somebody doesn't have the answer, I don't think there's been a circumstance yet that somebody hasn't pointed me to the individual or the information where I can get more information. So it's been extremely helpful. It's been a little bit of information overload trying to put a lot of things together and a way I can understand them. But it's been great help from everybody. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, and that's also the idea, you guys. Like, you guys can take the lead within these spaces, right? Like, I think is what makes these spaces more attractive. That anybody here take the lead, help lead the conversation, and engage whatever questions community members have and any ideals that they do have, right? Because that's the only way we can grow. And again, you guys, for me, I just care about DigiByte. I don't really care about X at all. I just want the community to voice everything possible. And if this is a medium where everybody feels comfortable, then so be it. And if one of you guys from here end up, going your separate way and doing what I did, best believe I'm there as much as I can support, right? Because the idea is not for it to just be me, dude, or like how it was green for the longest, right? Now, that's not the idea. The idea is to build more community spaces that, like consistency, right? Consistency is key with everything in life. And I feel like that's where we're headed. And as we all know, it's as organic as can be. But yeah, you guys feel free to take the lead within these spaces. These spaces are for you guys. It's for the community. This is not, I don't want any shine from this or absolutely nothing. It's a DigiDollar awareness space, and the DigiDollar awareness space is specifically for the DigiByte community and solely.
Hey, so
I'm sorry.
one last thing. I kind of read the thing, and so like when you repost somebody's content, it gives you the actual option to react with video. And so that I think that if it helps with when you messaged me earlier talking about optics, if you're looking for kind of a bigger footprint, getting out there and more reach, I think that might be a tool. It's just stuff that if anybody here feel free to look into it. But I think this is supposed to be a tool that expands people's reach.
Yeah, definitely, dude. As soon as I get home, I'll definitely research into it. Obviously, educate myself so that I can also help, express it to the community, right? So we all get an understanding. So I'm definitely going to check it out as soon as I'm back at the house.
Thanks for that, Jose. I wanted to ask, and if anybody knows, you see how Binance is delisting the pairs, right? Is it like a law that they can like? What I'm trying to ask is, it can like any exchanges say, okay, we're delisting tomorrow, and give you no fair warning and no fair anything, just like, oh, and what is today, the 9th? So tomorrow we're delisting this crypto. Just letting you guys know.
They didn't delist the pairs. They delisted the margins and loans. Basically, if you're thinking elite, that's to stop people from hitting, getting a loan from them, going and taking the Digibyte to Core Wallet, minting, recursive loop, pay it off. Now you've got some Digibyte on the side. Find somebody that's willing to commit this trade in this, semi fraud that they would call it. Give you half the DGB when it's unlocked, type thing. That's what that is. To the whole question of can they do it without a moment's notice? I think they have to give you a warning, you know, and the option
Gotcha.
to sell, That's how
Yeah, but
security
Gotcha.
always works.
what is a warning really when they end up freezing the asset anyways? So, like, they kind of give a warning, but also they do end up freezing a lot of withdrawals to force you to just sell within the exchange and not be able to even take it out. So, like, are they really even giving you a heads up? Like, yeah, they'll tell you a month in advance, like, hey, we're planning on delisting this, but I can't tell you how many times I've actually been like screwed over and have to either sell the asset within the exchange or literally the account just gets completely locked out. So it's weird because, right, they're just a little bit shady, bro. It's just the truth.
I
Well,
heard, and
they give 4 days notice, until the loans and margins are gone. So, happened yesterday. So the 12th is until, they get liquidated or whatever the fuck. But yeah.
yeah, so I heard that, and this is like ways back, some months back. I heard that Binance, you can't even purchase, you can only purchase up to a certain amount of Digibyte. I don't know. I never purchased through Binance at all, but that's what I was hearing. So I just want to know if that's still true.
Not sure.
Okay.
Regardless, moral of the story is don't hold your Digibyte on an exchange. An exchange is for buying and selling. You know, it's not going to really hit you until it's withdrawn from the exchange. For the new people in here, damn, I got to give the talk. Here we go. All right. So, guys, exchanges are
I love the
shady.
talk, by the way.
No, I know everybody loves this shit because it's the truth. So, you don't really own anything on an exchange. In the exchange, you own the account. So, with that being said, let's say you went and bought Digibyte right now, and you had the Digibyte Explorer pulled up at the same time in parallel, and you're watching. 5 minutes goes by, you don't see it hit the Explorer. 10 minutes goes by, an hour goes by, you're still not going to see it hit the Explorer because technically you didn't buy anything. Pretty much you just bought numbers in an account on Binance. But when you withdraw your DGB, and you have that same Digibyte Explorer in parallel on a screen and you're watching it, you hit withdraw with Digibyte, within 15 seconds, you're going to, we'll say about like 17 to be realistic. Like, from the, looking at the Explorer, within 20 fucking seconds, you're going to see that shit hit the Explorer and it's actually going to go into your wallet. Whether that be a Coinami wallet, whether that be a Core wallet, Ledger, whatever it may be, you're going to see it go into your wallet. So when you buy on an exchange and you sit on an exchange, you don't own anything. God damn it. Why does everything always have to rhyme? Um, wow, dude. Yeah. So, for everybody out there, withdraw your DGB, put it in your custody. Core wallet only, only core. I don't know if everybody's seen that, but yeah, we got to get that trending actually. Only core, hashtag only core. Like OnlyFans, but yeah.
Hey, yo, Green, what y'all been on, yo?
No, man. It's nothing. Y'all know, guys, man. Y'all know how I
Nah, I
feel.
don't know that one.
Y'all know how I feel, dude. Like, only core, man. And, if we got to get it trending in a funny way to get more people to actually fucking wake up and realize that, all this other shit, 99% of crypto is a fucking scam, cesspool, fucking demonic entity, fucking, all the above, whatever it
Hey,
takes, to actually get people to really realize and do the research. I mean, I'm all for it.
but if you're like me and you don't have a computer, second best thing is a ledger until you get your computer. But don't get
Yeah,
comfortable,
but being
like my
realistic,
man
Ledger
Green
signed
says.
government deals last year, so you really can't trust anybody at this fucking point.
Nope.
I've told you, you're good, but really you're not good. Only core, hashtag only core.
No, I but I'm more of I got to get my computer. So like to be
Yeah.
honest with
That was cold, Green. That was
you.
cold,
I mean,
Green.
yeah, no, but he's been saying it. You've been saying that for like the past couple of days, and every time I see that, I just be like, damn, man, like, like you're good, but you're really not good. Like,
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't
I
build
definitely
Ledger specifically for DGB. Digibyte Core Wallet was integrated, built inside of all the code with Digibyte blockchain, and it is specifically for DGB, though. So it's like you gonna trust the company, or you gonna trust the protocol and the code that it was intended for, that's intended for it.
100%. But it's all about you utilizing what you have, right? So essentially,
Yeah.
getting off the exchange and utilizing what you have, and like we said, and don't be comfortable with it. But I know a lot of people probably listening to this chat, they probably don't have a computer as well, right? Or probably don't even have the money to save for a computer. So
Yeah.
you know that everybody does it, is not financially in the up to do so. So if you're not,
And that is the truth. Yeah, that is the truth. And it makes
yeah,
right. It makes sense too because
yeah,
like, so a lot of people's introductory to self custody is a ledger or a treasure or
right,
some sense of a cold wallet. So yeah, obviously any way that introduces you to the fundamentals of holding a 24 seed case free, seed case phrase and being in cold storage, sort of say, which is what a ledger is, right? That is a form of self-custody. I mean, as long as we get DGB in people's hands in order for them to be able to lock up, because again, like I keep telling you guys, as soon as, we are live with DigiDollar, we all know that the locks are going to be aggressive. At least I believe the way that we're setting ourselves up is for some seriously aggressive locks, especially if we're talking about, there's going to be rolling 30 locks. How much more aggressive can that get, right? Like,
no, for sure,
so,
for sure.
so I think, ideally, obviously, get some DGB and find your way to, set yourself up with a DigiByte core wallet. But for the most part
Self custody, like,
for
and
the most part, yeah, it's always going to be self custody. But for the people that are new and onboarding, a ledger, a treasure, and I think Tangem are cold wallets that all hold us. So, oh no, actually no, treasure doesn't hold us. Damn. So no, yeah, it's just ledger. And I think Tangem, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but if, for whatever reason not whatever reason, but as we all know, we all have our difficulties. Everybody goes through whatever trials and tribulations. So
facts.
if a computer is not an option, the best favorable thing would be a Tangem or a ledger. Obviously be cautious because again, you're not necessarily, they're the ones that is running the core wallet, but with time, everything is with time, just like us. Just the way that we're, champion back around again, becoming the fulfillment of what our belief was, and however anybody feels the need to onboard Digibyte is already, step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Everything after that is, it just takes a little bit of learning and some time to adapt and patience, and that's it.
Yep. And I wanted to add to that. There was a guy, I think his name was I Am Frank. He was talking about how he didn't have a computer, I believe, and he said that it was on one of the spaces that you held, and he was just talking about how he holds it on. I believe it was Koinami. I believe it was that. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was talking about that. He was like, yeah, he can't afford a computer as well.
I was
So
going to
with
get to that point. There's a
yeah,
lot of people in the Digibyte community that aren't from America that are in that situation to where computers are expensive where they are from.
for
So they
sure.
do depend on mobile wallets, which is
Yeah,
a very fucked up thing, but at the same time, it's realistic. Like there is the
yeah,
crowd that has no choice at this point
for
to,
sure.
so I mean, yeah. But I mean, we do have a bunch of good mobile wallet. Johnny's in here right now. Johnny's working on the mobile wallet. Jared's working on the mobile wallet. Dennis has the web wallet. So there's like, there's things coming out of the woodwork regardless that will
Yeah,
be specifically intended to be used for like, the DGB community. So that's the good part because, once you dip into ledgers and all this shit. They have all these other assets that provide them what? Profit, because that's what everything runs off of. Um, yeah, but I mean, they make money off of fees and swaps and all that shit anyway. So, I mean, like, regardless,
Yeah,
the intention is DGB in my mind,
for sure.
If it's for
Absolutely.
DGB, built for
I'm with you
DGB, then
100%.
it's in there. It's approved in my eyes. Still, do your research, but yeah.
100%.
What time is it?
Are you asking us
I'm asking.
what time it
9:26.
is?
Everybody look at the clock. Look at the clock. What fucking time is it?
It's
With that,
DigiByte time, baby.
with
It's
with
always
with jo-
DigiByte time.
with Johnny's wallet, right? That he's coming out with. That you could just download it. Excuse me. Damn, I can't even talk. Download it on your phone, right? And then just store your DGB from the exchange to that app. For the people who do not have any, type of computer, that would be the safest bet. Once it's, of course, launched and out.
Johnny, throw a thumbs up if yours is like SDK and it's not iOS. Like, you can buy, like, download in the App Store, right? For right now, because yeah.
The App Store's got a whole bunch of different. I think both the App Stores, iOS and Android, probably have a whole bunch of different hurdles and stuff to go through. I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So how do people? Okay, got it. So they would just have to, if they don't have an app store, they would just have to go through a different portal or a different thing to download that wallet and get it.
Correct. It would be kind of like, isn't there a wallet right now like that that's not on iOS? Or am I mistaken? I thought there was one that was on Android but not iOS for some reason. But you could get it on iOS. You had to download it. I'll have to check that and refresh that. But Johnny, if you're listening, I think I saw the screenshot of some of this, the new testing you were doing, and it looked like, and I think someone even commented that almost it looked like it was like a complete core wallet on the phone. Now I know that's clearly not the case, but it looked like it was searching through the blocks. So did that wallet have the ability to like manually search through all the blocks for any possible missing transactions? Is that what was going on there? If anybody knows, other than Johnny too, feel free to answer. I just saw it said it's searching blocks, and I was like, that's kind of strange for the wallet to be doing that, but maybe that's somewhat normal.
You've probably seen syncing blocks, but yeah, like the wallet is syncing to the blockchain.
Yeah, maybe, but would a mobile wallet sync to the blockchain? I
Yeah.
guess it
Coin
could.
all wallets have to sync to the blockchain. Unless you're using them offline. So Coinami, anytime you open Coinami, all of your wallets load with that red little dot, it's offline, once it syncs, it's online, all your funds are there, any new transactions are going to show this, that, and the third.
Right, it syncs, but you're not downloading a ledger, I guess, if I can be more specific, right?
Yeah, exactly. The if I'm not mistaken, the core wallet behind the scenes is, searching for addresses derived to that, checking to see if there's new balances and, displaying the correct balances.
Perfect, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. Looks like that wallet's turning out to be the whole, kitchen sink, kit and caboodle, if you will. More stuff in one place is always good.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Hey, but I've got to get off here, guys. Got a few things I actually want to work on right now. I've been meaning to do all day. But yeah, definitely a great space. Thanks for the space. Everybody, see y'all tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Like a couple more days. Couple more days. Okay.
Are you hosting a space tomorrow? I'm gonna host a space probably Thursday or Friday. I'll announce it tomorrow. I just gotta make sure I'm fucking free. But are you hosting one tomorrow? If you want to announce it here, or you're not sure, or have you
Yeah, I'm
taken
not sure.
anyone this week?
I'm not even sure. You know me now. Like I just randomly just throw them up.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, dude. Thanks for everything you've done, Green. You've Hey, do you see that fucking page?
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Uh,
Hell yeah.
so I think
That's God's work.
um,
Buddy out here doing God's work, bro. Yo, like, didn't understand at first, but I understand now, man. Definitely. But hell yeah.
That's awesome, man. Green, it's always good to have you on the spaces, bro. Thank you, for obviously initiating this with myself. And, you definitely are a big reasoning why, a lot of these people that are in this space right now are here, dude. I guess I'm not saying don't forget that, but thank you, dude. And that goes for everybody too, but you've been a good buddy and you've been helping me a lot,
Oh yeah.
through all, through everything. So, and all the community members here too. I'm sure they could vouch for that, but bro, keep being awesome, bro.
Oh yeah.
Green, you're the man, dude.
I can vouch. I can vouch. Thanks, Green.
Yeah, no problem, guys, man. Yeah, yo, it's all of us. We're all here. We're the faces the people see. When they come in. But regardless, it's all of us. I'm gonna leave it off with like I guess a RC44 update. RC44 upgraded last night. DigiDollar went active about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody woke up who's in the USA, started turning on oracles. We got about 21 right now that have upgraded. Waiting to see for 35. I'm guessing that's the wait and see what 35 oracles does, run a few epochs and see how that works out. Next step, y'all already know. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Is
Good night, bro.
is the I know Green's is getting off, but is the next step the new core wallet 9.26?
Yeah, that would be the upgrade when we go live, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha. Okay. Excited for that. Excited for that, man. Oh yeah.
It's coming quick. Now's the time for, anybody who's thinking about it to get in, start testing, start looking into it, learn about DigiByte, get on the test net, do what you gotta do. Now's the time. Don't wait till it's too late.
You beat me to the punch, bro. You beat me to the punch. You guys, as we all know, we have a Gator chat, which is readily available to the community, which is not for a lot of other ethos out there. If you guys know, it's not easy to get in touch with developers and be able to chime in your ideas and, have I guess your opinion, it matters here, dude, and that's very rare within crypto in general. So you guys, like DigiByte Daily said, if you have any questions, right now is the time, dude. It's the time to go and get her, download the testnet, get familiar with minting, DigiDollar, establish your strategies, right? It's always best to try things out before anything, right? And yeah, dude. You guys, I'm going to probably a little bit later. I'm gonna go ahead and put in this space the comments for the download for the DigiByte Core wallet, the link to GitHub for the latest release of testnet, the link to Gitter for you guys to basically anything and any questions that you have on DigiDollar. You guys can go in there, and I'm sure that there might be a slot out there. I'm not too sure, but there might be a slot out there for a potential backup for Oracle, or at least just to have the roster of Oracle. So, again, you guys, the Gitter is the best place to find that out. But, it's always good to have backups, in my opinion, and just have just readily available, trusted community members that we're continuing to build on.
Digibyte for life.
You guys, forgive me for today. To make up for this space, I'll be doing one either like I mentioned before on Thursday or Friday. If anybody else wants to chime in or has anything they would like to speak on, I think it's probably best. I'm about to head downtown. And as you guys know, the city is a treacherous city right now. People aren't too happy. It was great for the last 13 fucking games, but, you know, not too good today. So I think it's probably more beneficial if I tread lightly out here, and I don't think you guys want to hear the noise in the background.
Yes, sir. I'm about to hop out myself. Gotta put the kids to bed.
Sweet. All right, you guys. Well, with that being said, you guys stay lethal, stay dangerous, baby. We are DGB. You guys know the vibes. Keep pushing the message. Stay strong. We got to stay connected as community members. So for those of you out there that are listening, you guys can shoot me a DM. I'm readily available. Any question? I know Johnny, he chimed in. That guy's super busy. So I'm sure maybe in the comment section in his page or something like that, to set yourself up with a conversation. A lot of these guys are available also in the Gitter. I wouldn't advise, to has too many things off topic in there. But I'm sure that the Gator could lead you to the right way, wherever you need to go. But yeah, you guys, again, I'd like to thank the community, because without the community, this DigiDollar awareness is nothing. It doesn't matter. And thanks you guys for feeling that this space is a safe space for DigiByte, where we gather around to share our ideals and focus on our development to push forward on messaging and the parallel economy. If anybody would like to chime in, or if you guys would like me to keep the space running a little bit more, again, I'm going to head down, so it's going to be loud about where I'm at. But yeah, if anybody has any other ideas, if not, I think it's probably best I call it a night. And again, I will be hosting a space on Thursday or Friday, and your regular spaces on Sunday and Tuesdays are always going to be live. And don't forget, you guys, go interact with the people that are competing for the 6,000 DGB weekly, right? Like it's not just about them putting the video there. It's about us chopping the videos down, leaving this silo, and spreading the message to the best of our ability. Granted, that we all know the videos are they're getting a little bit better. But right, all it takes is just one, dude. All it takes is one to make a better quality, and we're seeing it out there. Granted, I'm not sure why they're not trying to compete for the 6,000 DGB. But hey, they're willingly doing it, and that always is going to be a good look. Any highlight to our blockchain in an organic way is always going to be positive. So again, you guys, if anybody has anything they'd like to chime in or anything, go ahead and let it go. And one more thing, I will never be creating a coin with this page. I'm always DigiB. All right, you guys, have a God blessed night. Everybody take care. Good night.